Yesterday, the Jackrabbit baseball team suffered one of the worst collapses in program history, squandering a 9-run lead and a 12-10 loss to Summit League leading Omaha. Today, they try to pick up the pieces in their series-ending doubleheader at Ronkin Field. Unfortunately, this would kind of sum up the day for him in game number 1. Omaha's Braden Rogers doesn't hit the ball hard, but he just hits it where they ain't. Bloop double scores a run, and Omaha's up 3-0. After 2, the Mavericks keep piling on in the 3rd inning. Parker Smeichel, even though you're seeing that guy score twice, I swear to goodness, Parker Smeichel came up and hit a home run. Fortunately, when I edit it poorly, that happens. It was 6-0 at that point, and then the Jacks finally get their first run in the 4th inning thanks to some nice base running. Heads-up move by Nick Smith, who scores after an error at 3rd base. Unfortunately, would not nearly be enough for the Jacks, though, who fall in game number 1. 9-4. Game number 2 still underway. They were down 7-1 in that one against former Sioux Falls Christian star Spencer Coolwine. However, they've rallied to get within 2. That game in the 7th will certainly update things coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. In the majors, game 2 for the Twins in Philadelphia. 3rd inning, Max Kepler with a bomb. That one's way up to the 2nd deck for a 2-run shot, and it's 2-0. Next batter is my spirit animal, Williams Astudillo. You can't spell Astudillo without stud. Back-to-back Jacks, his first home run of the season, and it's 3-0. In the 6th inning, Phillies looking to tie it up with a man on the corners, down by 1. Cesar Hernandez, the fly out to Byron Buxton. Buxton's got a gun. Look at the tag by Astudillo. The leaping guy is out, and the Twins preserve the lead. They would get insurance in the 9th inning off the bat of Eddie Rosario. That's a 3-run jack off the pole as Minnesota evens the series 6-2. They'll look to take it tomorrow. After winning just 17 games all of last year, the USD softball team is in the midst of an impressive turnaround. They've already won 22 games this season and sit just a game back of NDSU and SDSU in the Summit League standings. Doubleheader today. How about this for game 1? Our guy Cooper got there right toward the end, and he got a walk-off. That's courtesy of Dusty Durham driving in Alyssa Fernandez for the game-winning run as USD rallied for the 5-4 victory in game number 1. So that's a pretty good way to go into game number 2 with none other than Durham taking the mound for the Coyotes and getting things off to a great start with a strikeout. Bottom of the 1st, the Coyote offense, which got on fire late in that first game, they keep things going. This is Courtney Wilson smacking one up the middle. But Omaha would close the gap in the half inning, denying the Yotes a run, moving ahead to the bottom of the 2nd. Here's a base knock for Jessica Rogers to get the Coyotes off and running on the offensive end, and finally they would get on the board thanks to Dylan Underwood as she'll drive home the run with the ball that kind of sneaks through the shortstop's glove as USD goes on to get the win 4-0. 12th ranked Augie softball had their doubleheader with Mankato move to Sioux Falls. We pick up action in game number 2. Vikings threatening Shannon Peterson a drive to the wall, but you got to give respect to Courtney Potter. Probably robbed her of a home run, and we are scoreless. Didn't phase Amber Elliott, though. She was once again dominant on the mound with several strikeouts in this one. And the top of the 3rd, Peterson's up again. She's going to get robbed again at short, but this time, luckily, it's good enough to score a run as Mary Pardo comes in. It was 2-0 Vikings after 3. They'd start to put this thing away in the 4th inning. Pardo coming up again for Greta Milstead's team. With the bases loaded, she plops that one into right center field. 2 runs would come in to score, and the Vikings pull away to get a Game 2 victory by a final of 12-2. They end up sweeping the doubleheader again. They beat Mankato in the first game. They're now 30-5 on the season and 10-0 in the NSIC. Well, it's been a busy week for USD's Lillibridge Track and Field Complex now that the weather is decent enough to actually compete in. After hosting 2 high school meets this week, today it hosted the South Dakota College Challenge with USD, SDSU, and several other local schools competing. Women's 800-meter run, remember Ipswich star Macy Hines? Well, she came back from that injury in her senior year, and she's doing well in college. She wins in 2:10.12. That's the 2nd fastest time in the Summit League this year. Men's 800 goes to a Jackrabbit. Riley Bauer gets to the line in 1:51.81, about a second better than second-place teammate Kyle Burdick. Women's 400-meter hurdles, this was all USD as Haley Bruggeman was the fastest overall in 1:02.74. USD placed the top 3 in that event. Men's hurdles came down to the wire as Mankato's Sydney Davis would edge USD's Habib Jallo in a close finish, 53.83 seconds to 54.24. The Prep's also busy up at the Brandon Valley Invitational. Boys 200-meter dash, all about Harrisburg's Brecken Hamilton. He cruises to the line in 22.64 seconds. Over to the long jump pits we go, where Yankton's Jaden Boomsma brought down the boom with a leap of 17 feet and 8 inches. Going back to the track now for some distance racing, and the girls' 3,200-meter run was a Lincoln sweep. Actually, so was the boys as well. This is freshman Leia DeRange taking it in 11:48.08, and on the boys' side, right after that, it's Andrew Lauer of Lincoln lapping the field to win in 9:53. That's more than 30 seconds better in second place. With the eyes of the college basketball world trained on Minneapolis tonight for the Final Four, former Jackrabbit Skylar Flatten got to share in some of the festivities a bit today at the 3-on-3 championships as his Summit League team faced Conference USA at the Mall of America today. He tried to lead a big comeback, first with this nice take at the cup, and a few moments later doing what he did best as a collegian, which was swishing the 3, which is also the number on his jersey. Would not be quite enough, though, as his team would fall to Conference USA by a final of 21-18, probably not going to make it out of pool play. Of course, the Final Four just getting underway out at U.S. Bank Stadium. Can't show you any highlights tonight at 10. We'll certainly give you a score update. And the Storm and Stampede also in action on the road. We'll have those highlights at 10. We're back in 1 moment.